As a leader, are you facing 1,000 different things to work on or fix? You know you can't do everything all at once. So what do we do and where do we start? Hi all, I'm Shane from Everetics. I have experienced this struggle for over 20 years leading customer support, delivery, and operations teams, and it can be a huge struggle, no doubt. And shout out to product managers because they figured it out. Product figured out a simple prioritization method to help judge initiatives based on various factors, and we can easily apply it to our planning when it comes to our list of what to-dos. It's called the RICE model. If you haven't heard about the RICE model before, it stands for Reach, Impact, Confidence, and Effort. The RICE model offers two significant advantages that make it a must-have in your management toolkit. One of the key strengths of the RICE model is its adaptability. You have the freedom to set your own ratings. There's no rigid structure. Every company is unique, and what works for one may not work for another. As long as you maintain consistency in your ratings and your scales, this model will do wonders for your decision-making process. The second advantage is that it provides a numerical RICE score. You can use this score to rank each item and sort through your list from highest to lowest. I'll tell you, and often the findings and results are surprising, if not even stunning. They also usually are right. But let's discuss in more depth how to use the RICE model in your prioritization process. We'll go through each component: reach, impact, confidence, and effort. But let's start with R, or reach. So reach is the first component of the equation. It answers, how many people will be affected by this? What is the broad impact or surface area for this particular item? When defining reach, it's essential to be consistent with your criteria, specifically in these three aspects: identifying the target audience, whether to count those directly or indirectly affected, and 3, the time frame which an audience may be affected in. For example, do we count customers who may have an indirect benefit because they may or may not realize these within 60 days? Again, the key is to be consistent across all items. There's no right or wrong answer. Apply your same evaluation standards to all of the items. So determine how you want to measure reach, the numerical scale you want to use, and assign a numerical value for all items for reach consistently. Impact measures the result an initiative will have towards an outcome. It answers the question, what impact will this have if it is successful? Make sure your impact evaluation is related to and aligned to your overall business and organizational goals, though. As a crazy example, an initiative to leverage remote or flexible workforce scheduling model may also lessen the parking congestion. While everybody loves less parking congestion, if you're not in the business of reducing parking congestion, you wouldn't consider this a positive impact. Similar to reach in the RICE model, impact is also assigned a numerical score. This score is your rating of the magnitude of the changes impacting your opinion. The scoring ensures that the results are reliable and can be trusted in your decision-making process. Commonly, the scale used across RICE models for impact is a massive impact, 3. Very high impact, 2. Medium impact, 1. Low, half, 0.5. Minimal, maybe 0.25. The third component is C for confidence. Your confidence significantly affects the overall prioritization score. It's how certain you are that successfully completing a specific initiative will provide its desired outcome. When rating confidence, consider all the various influencing factors. This consideration may be as simple as the clarity of the project scope or the realistic availability of the resources to complete the project. It may also include actual skills and capability to complete the tasks that are required. Ultimately, strive for accuracy and be as specific, defined, and precise as possible in your determination. When it comes to confidence, try using this scale. High confidence, 100% or 1. Medium, 80% or 0.8. Low, 50% or 0.5. The final component is effort, or the E in RICE. Effort quantifies your estimation of the time and amount of resources required to execute a specific initiative. Effort asks, how much time and resources will it take for this initiative to succeed? When assessing effort, consider the allocation of human capital, expertise, the time it will take, and the technological infrastructure. Generally, we use a time scale for effort. How many half months will it take to get this done? In other words, if this can be completed in 10 days, that's 1/2 month, or a score of 1. If it will take 3 months to pull this over the finish line, that would be 6 half months, and you would use 6 as your score. Use what you want, but be consistent and be intellectually honest in your assessment. Now that you've rated reach, impact, confidence, and effort for each item, you need to calculate the score for your list. Here's the formula that we use. Rice score equals reach times impact times confidence divided by effort. You probably use a spreadsheet, so add a fifth column called rice score. It will look something like this in Excel. The product of multiplying columns for reach, impact, and confidence, and then dividing that by the column that represents effort. The rice model isn't perfect, but it aligns very well with the Pareto principle and helps humans discern signals from the noise. It's easy, it's efficient, and it's effective. And it's a little fun too. Give it a go. Try out the rice model to sort through your chaos. I'd love to hear how it goes for you. I'd also love to hear what scales you use to rank your efforts in reach, impact, confidence, and effort. One team. Take care, everyone. Be excellent, and be excellent to your customers. Shane of Everetics. Bye now.